What in the wide world of Wakanda is going on? In Wakanda East, that is, Bronx, New York. I just did a story in the Bronx about a woman taking her baby and just bam, throwing it up against the wall. Just bam, bam, throwing it up against the wall. And now we got a story of another one of Wakanda East slash the Bronx citizens, a 73-year-old man who was suffering from a terminal illness and only had a little while to live. Got lucky enough to win the lottery and then get stabbed to death by his own damn relatives. What kind of mess is that? What kind of mess is that? Let's break some news.
Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to TNN News, Raw and Uncut, with your host, Tom Sotomayor.
Black folks in the news again, doo-dah, doo-dah. Black folks in the news again, no doo-dah day. Now I know what you're thinking. All dadgum day I could do this. I haven't done it in a while, but literally I just sat down and then I kept reading what people were saying because, well, I got a real question to ask you guys. Seriously. And good evening or good morning if you're on the East Coast, because it is quite late. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and this is TNN News Raw. And I'm breaking some news about a 73-year-old man in the Bronx. Now, I got a serious question that I'd like to ask. Does anybody know if Jesse Williams watches my show? Please let me know if you do. And Jesse Williams, let me know if you watch my show. Because honestly, it feels like a murder every day. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. But you Black Lives Matter dudes have nothing to say. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. I don't hear no one saying, when will these murders stop? I guess you only care when it happens. Bye, white cop. Every day another black man just drops, and y'all don't say a damn thing. Because it seems like a murder every day, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Let me tell you about this 73-year-old man who was suffering from a terminal illness and got lucky enough in the twilight of his life to win the lottery. Somehow he had a girlfriend too, is what it said. And this man was stabbed to death in the neck several times by who? One of his, One of his fellow Wakandans. That's right. A blood relative Wakanda. But we know what happens with that. I mean, the reason they knew the 73-year-old man was killed because there was a cat suit left at the scene and he had claws in his neck and his chest. You know that's how we do in Wakanda. We kill our relatives and leave kids that'll find it. That's right. I'm looking at you, kid. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do me a favor and go ahead and roll that beautiful niggly footage.
Last night, he was stabbed multiple times in the neck just 6 months after winning the Lotto. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson talked to his family and friends, and she's live for us right now in the Mott Haven section. Kimberly?
Well, and Diana, big development in this case. Sources tell Eyewitness News detectives are looking for a person of interest, and just now family members confirmed that person is Owen Dillard's own nephew. They tell me he lives in the Bronx, and they're devastated.
Owen Dillard's own, his own nephew. His own nephew stabbed an old man to death several times in the neck for what had to be a lot less than 50 grand. But we know old people who live in trash like this, because that's what it is, live in the hood. He could keep that money for a minute. 50 grand will last him a while. Until you hear the rest of the story, of course.
Turn yourself in. Do the right thing and turn yourself in.
Dame Dash told you turn yourself in. You better do it.
Strong words of advice from Shabazz Muhaimin for whoever stabbed his uncle to death. Owen Dillard lived here alone in a third-floor apartment in this building on Beekman Avenue in the Bronx.
His name is Muhaimin. Well, I hope nobody breaks his Muhaimin.
Police are now looking for the suspects who murdered the 73-year-old grandfather. His fiancée found him at about 8:30 Monday night with wounds to his neck. Shabazz tells me there were no signs of a break-in, and he's hoping images caught by security cameras lead detectives to his uncle's killers.
Video shows two individuals entering the lobby of 352 and exiting about maybe 25 minutes later with a book bag on their back, and the book bag seemed to be full It wasn't full when they entered the building.
A building where everyone knew Owen.
Anything you need, he'll give it to you. That's what we don't understand. Why would somebody hurt him?
That generous spirit, Shabazz says his uncle, about 6 months ago, won roughly $50,000 playing the lottery and would always lend people money or just give it away.
And
Hanging out on the street with them thug niggas like everybody always tell me, why don't you go in the hood and help the black folks? Help the black folks. Look at what the black folks are doing to each other in Wakanda East, a.k.a. the Bronx.
Everybody loved him around here. I'm telling you. Yesterday, you should see the crowd that came upstairs. Like, this got to be investigated.
He was a staple in this neighborhood, one of a kind, but was struggling. Shabazz says the man he looked up to was terminally ill.
Doctors told him that he only had a couple of months to live, and all he wanted to do was just, live his life out comfortably.
And Shabazz tells me that surveillance video that police showed him, it was blurry and that the two men were wearing hoodies so we couldn't identify them. Any updates, we will let you know.
Yes, any updates, we will let you know, and I will let you know, because this is some ridiculousness. Let's get back to it. All right, Wakanda East up in Brooklyn. I'm in the Bronx, excuse me, same damn thing. A bunch of niggas, and niggas don't want to live around each other. Why? It's because of stuff like this. Why do you think black people tout the fact that they live in non-black neighborhoods? It can't be because black people are great people. Yet you have these snowflakes, these SJWs, these white people who go around placating black people by making these. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's this so-called commercial where it's telling white people they need to take a pill and chill and leave black folks alone when they're in Starbucks and Waffle House and just mind their own business. Yeah, because black folks mind their own business, right? They don't run up out of your place to not pay a $500 bill. Not at all. They don't go inside of your workout facilities and destroy everything. Not at all. They don't go inside of your Popeyes and knock out the window. Not at all. They don't go inside of your McDonald's and throw everything over the back because you didn't give them the service they want. Not at all. Black folks are great people. I don't understand why black folks are moving away from other black people. You ever notice when black people get money, they say they moved in a white neighborhood. They never say they went to go move amongst other blacks. And yet the world wants you to believe that black people in America are just this nice group, and the only thing that makes them do wrong things is white supremacy. Now, there are nobody talking about this. I'm the only person reporting this case other than the local news. It will not go national, and it should, because a 73-year-old man who was on death's door, knocking on heaven's door like he was Axl Rose, still gets forced through the damn door by some thug niglet who decides the best thing for him to do is kill this old man to probably what was left, 20 grand, 25 at most. But that mattered more to him than the life of this old man. That old man had lived his life. It's time for us to take it. Black community is a lost community, but as long as they're killing each other, nobody says a word. We worry about the white cop killing us. Now they want to get the white cops to help them solve a murder between two Wakandans. Why would the white cops do this? You don't like white cops, yet the first people you called were the white cops. And you didn't call the white cops because a white man was breaking in a black person's house. You didn't call the white cops because a white man was assaulting a black person. You didn't call the white cops because a white person had stole from this black man or murdered this black man. No, you didn't. You march against these police, and the first person you have to call these police on is other black people. Jesse, you and everybody else, you and Mr. Talcum X, aka Sean King, need to go somewhere and jump off of a cliff or just pull an Anthony Bourdain. Because you don't care about men, and you definitely don't care about blacks. Because if you did, your main focus would be the #1 killer of blacks. The blacks. Yep, it ain't the cops, it ain't white supremacy, it ain't white people, it's other blacks. And until that gets stopped, because it's in record numbers, then you can't say that Black Lives Matter. Because this death is a big indicator. And the other death of the woman taking the kid and bam, up against the wall because it wouldn't stop crying. None of these are national news. Both of these happen in the same neighborhood. Nothing is being done. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Rest in peace, man. You finally got a break in life, and that break caused blacks to murder you. You can't be successful around blacks. Look at what's happening to me on YouTube. It's just my opinion. And yet I've been flagged off of it completely because black folks are saying, wait a minute, he made money off of this. We want to make money off of this. So they flag down my news videos. Then the same people who say my videos shouldn't be up are then uploading it on new channels of theirs so they can get paid off of my stuff. So guys, if you go to my website and this stuff is on somebody else's channel, it ain't me. If I tell you it's my channel, it's my channel. These other channels are not mine. If you could report them, let me know and I can flag them down for re-putting my content up. But I want you to think about it. I'm a black man who's telling black folks we can do better, and I'm considered a coon. I'm a black man who's telling black folks this has got to change. And I'm being told that I'm wrong for doing this. You're making money off of black people's misery. Well, Channel 7, who put this up, is making money off of black people's misery. Me, I'm telling black folks around the world that this is not white supremacy's fault what we're going through. It's our fault what we're going through. And if we can't change it, then stop begging other people to accept us as nice people when we don't even treat each other that way. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, broadcasting live from Wakanda East in the Bronx. Fuck you and good night. Oh, and P.S. It's sad that they did not give us any photos of the nephew who did this. But what you can do is if you know his nephew or you were there or you know any of the issues that happened, do me a favor and click the link in the description box where you can also win the Red 1 camera. Got 16 days left for that. But you can click the link in the description box, go see the story, read the story, which is more in depth and it has a lot of good information, but it also has the information for the police. So you can be a snitch, because we all know that in the black community, what happens to snitches, they get stitches. I mean, that's not a good way to sell telling. Just tell, because it really needs to be told. If you saw something, you know. I mean, why not be like the brother who saw what happened to Zach TV? Never mind.
Same as it ever was. 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 Same as it ever was.